Hey, what's up guys, this is All Too Easy, and in this video I'm going to talk about the add-ons that I use. The first add-on is Beardley's Diablo Orb Classic. This add-on causes the Diablo Orbs. You cannot customize this add-on, unlike in retail. It's just how it is. That's basically it. The add-on that I use that goes with it is Bartender, and I'll show you how that works here. Bartender is a great add-on, Bartender 4, and for Classic Diablo Orbs, to make it work, you want your bar scale to be 0.9, your padding to be 4. I like to zoom in the bars, as you can see in the bar 1, if you zoom it in, that's what I usually do. Hide macro text, hide hotkey text if you'd like. A couple of good tips for Bartender is go under bars, and for your out of range indicator, you want to use full button mode. What that's going to do is make it easier to tell when you're out of range and you're targeting something. Wow, there are no mobs around me, so this is just bad luck. But basically, if the mob is out of range, it's going to be a full red button, and that's a really good tip. Definitely use that. You also want to use toggle actions on key press instead of release. That'll cause it so when you press the button, either you're clicking or you're clicking your keyboard, pressing a button on the keyboard, it's going to cause the action or spell to go off immediately. Make sure you have both those selected. Excuse me. Okay, the next one for interface, we're talking about interface first, is Luna Unit Frames. Luna Unit Frames is what's causing this frame at the top where it says All Too Easy. I'm also using it here for my Succubus. I'll show you the config really fast. It's a really good configuration. You can use your pet, is what I'm using right now, right here. You can change the sizes of it, just like this. And you can change everything. You can change what it says, the name, the health, the mana. For target, you can remove things. It's very nice. You can change. It's like Pearl, so it's like Pearl. One of the best things about the Luna unit frames and why you should use it is it will show you the buffs of your enemy. See, just like this, it shows you exactly what buffs they have, so you know what buffs they have. So it's just really good, and so we know he has Arcane Intellect and he has Mage Armor, so that makes it really nice. So definitely Luna unit frames is really good. Next one for interface is Raven. And Raven is what I use for my buffs. So if you look at the bottom right here in the bottom middle, my little buffs, and also if I have a debuff, how can I show a debuff?
Finish him.
I'm not sure how to do a debuff here. Let's just show Raven, and I'll unlock it. Down here in the bottom on the main page, setup is where you lock or unlock. And when you look up here on my right corner for my debuffs, you can resize this, change the direction, and the bottom of my buffs. It's very customizable. You can reposition, and you can also set up a lot of other cool stuff. If you don't like icons, you can do bars. I like icons preferably, but you can do bars. It's very, very customizable, and this is called Raven. Okay, let's move to the next one. For nameplates, which you may have just seen, I'm going to target this mob here. Oh, see the red full button from Bartender, what I was mentioning earlier? Red full button, much better to tell your distance. I like to make it so it's in between, so I can tell when I'm at max range is right when one's lit up and the other two aren't. Okay, now the next one is KUI nameplates. This one's a little tough to set up. This is the KUI nameplates, this line right here. It also has the arrows. I have red arrows for my nameplates. And you can customize it really well, change the font, change the size, change the colors. And nameplates in this game will only show up 20 yards, so here's the nameplates at 20 yards, 21 yards. Okay, and KUI nameplates is a really good nameplate add-on. There are a few other ones out there, but I like to use KUI. Let me show you my setup on it. It's pretty hard to customize. I'm not sure if I can get to the setup. Let's see. I'll just try to show it really fast. Okay, so it does have a customizable area in your interface, but sometimes some of these rules are really confusing. I'm just going to go through how I have mine set up so you can copy it if it's something that you're interested in really fast. And I don't want to mess with it because I've had some trouble getting it exactly the way I want. So you don't want name only mode, or maybe you do if you want to change it. Here's where you change the size. You can show the auroras, so when I dot him up, you're going to see the dot on him right above his head. See that dot? There's a lot of things you can do. See, we got all three dots on the nameplate, which is really great for a warlock. You know, we're playing warlock here. It's also good for other classes, rogues, for example, any class with damage over time or stuns of some sort. So, there's KUI.
Mage.
Let's kill this mage again.
Mage.
Just for fun. This may as well. He's gonna try to get away or poly me probably. That's what these farmers almost always do. Or he's just gonna die instantly because he has no gear. And let's go to the next one. Better Align is to help set up your interface, since we're talking about interface right now. Align, there are some other add-ons similar to this. Align, we're gonna go ahead and add the grid, show grid. And there you go, bam. Now this helps you line up everything, make everything centered. For example, this is not centered, we can tell it's not centered, so let's fix it. We'll go to Luna, General, Unlock, and we'll reline up this a little bit. So make sure it's lined up just right. This is just to have symmetry. If you like things to be really symmetric and really lined up right, it's good to have an add-on like this, Better Align. So show grid, take the grid off, hide, lock, okay. Next one, move anything. You've probably heard of this one. To get to move anything, we go to escape, and it's going to be an option in your main menu once you install it. Move anything lets you change and move bars as much as you want. I'll give you a couple of my really big recommendations. I like you know, the info, your main panel to be bigger, so makes it easier for you to see, where everything else is still small. And a really good option is Miscellaneous. This is a really, okay, your breathing bar, make that nice and big so you don't drown. Errors and warnings, okay? I don't know if you noticed, but I never have these weird red line errors show up that says you are too far away, you're facing the wrong way. Okay, you know why? Because I hide those, because those errors suck. Why would you want to see that all day long? It just ruins your whole gameplay and your interface. There's also a way to turn off the sound when you have an error. I think it's under interface options somewhere in game, actions, social. It's here somewhere where you can disable the errors. So you definitely want to disable the error sound and disable the errors. It makes the game a lot better. While we're talking about interface and we're looking at this, I'm going to show you just a basic thing. You don't need to add on for this, but go to interface options and go to, let's see, controls. Maybe this isn't where you go. Go to system, advanced. This is your UI scale, okay? Your UI scale, right now my scale is really small. That means everything on my screen is small. It's not taking up a lot of my space. If this was high, then these bars, these orbs would be giant, okay? They would be really big and they'd be expanding the whole space. I like the UI small so it's cleaner, but if you like it bigger, you can make that bigger. So I make the UI small and then I use move anything to make some things bigger. So this is bigger because when I open it, I want it to be big, and I make my bags bigger. Well, my bags aren't bigger right now. But, you know, make a couple things bigger while other things are small. So this I should make bigger because it's kind of small right now. You make your map bigger, even though your UI is smaller. So definitely that's a good option.
Mage.
Okay, we're gonna move down a little bit. I'm gonna show some gameplay add-ons that I use. Actually, let's go with the map. This is Sexy Minimap. Sexy Minimap. It's the best Minimap add-on, I think. We have some options under interface to change it. There's some custom ones that are already preset, some preset Sexy Minimaps. The one I'm using is like a dark. You can edit it. I made mine a square. You can make yours a circle, move it wherever you want. Mine's locked right now. It's a great add-on. You know, moving around, make it big, however you want. Sexy Minimap, that's what that, or Sexy Map, that's what it is. Let's see. This, let's go ahead into some gameplay add-ons. I use BindPad to bind my keys. I really suggest this.
Will abandon you.
You can use Bartender to bind your keys. That's what a lot of people will do. They'll just bind their keys directly to their bar. But if you do that and you move your keys around or you move your buttons around, it's going to screw up all your key bindings. So I like to just use this. So it's really simple. You just take your spell that you want, say Escape Artist, you move it over, you click it, and you decide what you want it to be. I want it to be Shift D. So I say Shift D, and it's binded, Shift D. And it remembers what you had before, how when I brought it in, it just already remembers Shift D. You can set it up for all your characters, and then you can have an override for your specific characters. It makes it really nice for key bindings. You can also just move macros right over, so BindPad, and then bring in your macros. Just take your macro, bring it, and just pull it right in, and then hotkey it to whatever you want. It's just the best add-on, BindPad. Okay, for a threat meter, this is my threat meter right here. I keep it small, and then when I'm playing in a raid, I'll bring it out and make it bigger. And this is Details threat meter. So Details is a damage meter that everyone probably knows about, but you want, I think it's called Tiny Threat. It's like an add-on for Details, and it's a really good threat meter you should probably be using. I set mine up so you can barely see anything. You know, I removed the headings and removed everything, so it's nice and small and it's nice and invisible. And I just keep it off to the side when I'm not doing PvE. For For damage meters, I actually like to use recount. Okay, I'm pushing the wrong buttons here. Where's my recount window? Let's just bring it up. Oh, it's already up. This is recount, damage done. I have it really small right now. You can edit it and change it however you want. Details is also a damage meter, but so we have details for damage meter, or we have recount. And I like recount personally, but everyone uses their own thing. I have it set up as damage done because with this you can see the DPS, that's DPS, and this is damage done, and it shows you your percentage. If you put DPS here, it doesn't show you your percentage based on damage, it shows you your percentage based on DPS. So I like to look at the damage, that way I can see both at once. Also a good thing, oh, I know why I like recount as a warlock. I like a recount as a warlock because details does not let you split up your pet, okay? But with recount, you can unmerge your pet from your owner, and that way you can see how much damage your pet's doing. This is very good when you're leveling as a warlock. So if you're leveling as a warlock, you want to know, well, how good is my imp? How good is my succubus? You know, am I using them effectively where they're doing a lot of damage compared to me? How are they compared to me? So, you know, that's why I like recount, because you can separate your pets from yourself. And that is the reason recount is better than details. So we're going to keep going down the line here. There's an add-on called Gtfo. It's just a notification add-on when you're in a bad spot, you're in fire or standing in fire. Similar to daily boss mods. I have for my items, sort of like Outfitter back in the day. This is called item rack. So pretty sure there's item rack. So I was using my wrong equipment there. I was using PvE. So here's my PvP set. It lets you set up items, set up outfits. So just add a new outfit, make an icon for it, say whatever you want, and then you can just put your gear on and then save it, and now you have it. And if you want to rename it or change it or delete it, you can. And you can take this and make a little key out of it. You can put it onto your bind pad. I actually do have some on bind pad. So you take your bind pad, there's my two outfits. Oh, this is not, I'm sorry, this is not item rack. This is Ally Gearman. Ally Gearman, okay? There's two of them. One is Ally Gearman, and the other one is Item Rack. Item Rack is what lets me use my trinkets here. Item Rack is, there's another one called Trinket Menu, but I don't recommend Trinket Menu. I recommend Item Rack. Item Rack is better for trinkets. What you're gonna do is you're gonna go on your trinket, and you're gonna Alt right click, and that is gonna bring up the trinket. Or you can, or anything. So there's the trinket, because I Alt right click. I can bring up my boots, so I can switch out my boots to like my speed boots if I'm running the flag. I can, if I want to change out my gloves, I can right click the gloves, right click it again and make it disappear. You can connect them together. Mostly you just want your two trinkets. So we can turn off the other two, just the two trinkets. This is going to let you hover over it and change your trinket right away. It also has some really cool options. If you go to auto queue, you can set up the event. You want to go to config to enable auto queues. Okay, what auto queue is going to do is after you use the trinket, it's going to automatically put a new trinket. You're going to see it happen in a second. Right now I have this trinket on for 10 seconds. As soon as the 10 seconds is up, it's going to auto queue the next one in my queue line. Here's my queue line. So it's going to bring in the next trinket that's not on cooldown yet. And you have to be out of combat for it to work. And there it goes. It just brought in my hero charm. Okay, that's auto trinket, auto queue with trinket menu, not with trinket menu. Yeah, this is trinket menu. No, not trinket menu, not trinket menu. This is item rack. Okay, I don't like trinket menu. Item rack is superior, okay? That's my opinion. You might disagree. This little thing is a macro. We'll go over macros in another video, but I like to put icons on, you know, my pet, so I see where my pet is. Makes things easier when you're playing. You know, you see where your pet is, especially when she's invisible. You know where the hell she is. Okay, let's move on. I have something called friends notes. Let's see. So you go to your friends, and you can actually write little notes about them. Set character note. Kills Twilight Prophet, motherfucker, because that's what I do. So, you know, you can add someone to your friends and put notes about them. That's really good. There's another one called Server Friends. This will show you only the people on your, instead of seeing a friends list with all these people that you don't even play with, it'll just show you servers. So that's Servers Friends. So we've got Server Friends, and we've got Friend Notes. Okay, those are both two good ones. These are just for quality of life. If you're a gatherer, then I think Gathermate 2 is the best for gathering. I'm sure you already know that if you're a gatherer. In-flight is really good for flight paths. Shows you your time on your flight paths and how long it's going to be till you get to your next place. For auction house, I'm not in the city right now, but use Ox. All right, Ox, guys. Ox is the auction house add-on you want to use. Ox. Don't use Auctionator, don't use Auctioneer, use Aux, A-U-X. Best Auctionator add-on in the game, hands down. There's some other ones that I use. Better vendor price. Better vendor price. I'm not really sure what it does. Error filter is very important because when you use all these add-ons, half of them aren't going to be right. They're going to have errors, and errors are going to pop up. You don't want errors, so get error filter. It'll get rid of all your pop-up errors. There's one called I Hear You Whisper. So let's say whisper all too easy. Hi. See that sound? And you can change the sound to whatever you want. Makes a sound when you get a whisper. Really nice. Okay, this is one of the best add-ons I'm about to mention right now. Message Classifier. Okay, what does Message Classifier do? It lets you get rid of all your spam. All right, it lets you completely and totally weed out your messages to however you want. So we're gonna go to interface, to the options for this. Message Classifier. For example, I hide out anything that says layer. I hide out anything that says boost. I hide out anything that says reserved. I hide out Mara runs. I hide out res. I hide out tribute buffs. I hide out wanna buy DM. I hide out stock, XP runs. I hide out all this stuff. That way, when I'm in chat, I'm not just getting spammed with a bunch of crap I don't care about. I don't care about people boosting. I don't care about people reserving shit. I don't care about layering and things about layers. I just want to play the game. I don't want my chat to be ruined. What it also does is it gets rid of duplicate chats. So when people complain about someone spamming, I've never seen someone spam my entire life because this add-on will get rid of the duplicate chats. It also gets rid of anything that appears to be spam or harassment or anything. It's really good. You need to make sure you set it up right because if you set it up wrong, you're gonna like miss a lot of chat that you might want to see otherwise. Message Classifier, guys. Everyone should have that. While we're talking about chat, there's a couple other chat add-ons I use. There's a lot of good ones out there. The one I used to use was called Pratt. I don't think there's a good version of Pratt for Classic. So what I'm using right now is Chatter. I'm not really going to show what it does, but you know, it makes your chat look a little better. You know, it looks really tight, really clean. You know, you can change your fonts to whatever you want. Do whatever you want with your fonts. Right now, I'm just setting it up like this so that I can let you guys know the names of these add-ons without having to edit this video like crazy. A couple other add-ons I use that edit my chat is basic chat mods. Just gives you some other options. And classic chat class colors. That might already be done automatically in Chatter, but that's what's causing All Too Easy, who is a warlock, to be purple. And if someone else talked, it would be a different color. Okay, let's move down the list. I already talked about the minimap, sexy minimap, or sexy map. But there is also another one called basic minimap, which is really good if you don't like sexy map. And I can't remember why, but I like to use both of them. There's something that basic minimap does that sexy minimap doesn't do. I think it has to do with the way it zooms in or zooms out, or the way you size it. But you might want to use both of them. I use both of them. For your big map, this map, which looks really cool, as you can tell, it's better than normal. This is the Latrix maps. Okay, Latrix maps. And yeah, it shows you your cursor. And just, you can zoom in and zoom out. It's just better, okay? So Latrix map, that's the best one for the big maps. There's actually another thing that Latrix creates. It's called Atrix Plus. It doesn't really have to do with the map. I'll show you the interface options. It just lets you do a lot of LTP. It lets you do a lot of different things. So LTP, and it just has all these cool options. This is just things that you might want to do. You might want to block duels. You might want to change your chat, something with your chat, change the way your text, hide error messages, interface. Lots of just options. Okay, so this is a good thing, Latrix Plus. There's another one that I use similarly to that changes options in the game. It's called Advanced Options. Advanced Options. Advanced Options, and it just gives you more options to change things in the game, and there they are right there. There's another one called Advanced Interface Options, and this one has a lot of them, a lot of options here, and it lets you change things. Now, the nameplates doesn't work, and only 20 is the max. Well, it lets you lower it if you want it lower. Maybe you're a warrior and you only want to see nameplates when they're in range to be able to hit them. So you can lower it. And if you're not using KUI nameplates, you can use this. We already talked about KUI nameplates, right? This guy just coming right up to me. Doesn't he know I'm going to kill him? Is he just a... So he's attacking my pet. I don't know why. It's probably a bot. Or whatever. Okay, just wasted death coil on him. It's okay. There's no one out here. So don't in the future PvP, I know this is supposed to be an add-on video, but don't waste your death coil unless you need to. Okay, if you're a warlock, don't do that. All right, so those are some other advanced option add-ons. I'm almost done with most of the main stuff, and I'm just going to go right down my list and see anything I missed. Let's talk about PvP add-ons for a second. I'm not in a Battleground, so I can't show you, but there are a couple really good PvP add-ons that I highly recommend. One is Battleground Targets. This is what adds the targets on your left side. It's great. You can actually see their health, although that doesn't work perfectly all the time. You have to be close for that. But you can click on them to tell where they are. It works so good in a Battleground. You can watch my other Battleground videos. You can be on defense and just be clicking these, and it won't let you target them unless they're close. So as soon as they get within close range to target them, it'll show up, on your screen, and now you know they're coming. So you can just click this to know who's coming towards your flag burn. I mean, it's amazing, man. You can use it to quickly find out who has the flag and target them. You can click on the rogues to see if they're stealth or not. If you're trying to click on the druid and you can't click on him, he's probably stealth, man. If you click on the rogue and you can click on him, you don't have to worry about the rogue. You know he's not stealth. He's right over there. So it's a good way to tell where the rogues are and where the druids are. I really, you should always be using Battleground Targets. It's a great add-on. There's another add-on called, so let's type that out, Battleground Targets. It might be Targets Classic, I think. Yeah, I think it's Battleground Targets Classic. And then we've got the next one I use is capping. And this is mostly for AB, Alteric Arathi Basin. It's also for AV, Alteric Valley. And capping is the best one that's going to show you the cap bars. There's actually several add-ons that will do this. I'll go over them in a second. Let me just look at my notes. Because you don't want to have 3 add-ons telling you you're capping. You only need like 1. There's like several that do it. Just give me 1 second and I'll tell you which ones they are. Okay, Deadly Boss Mods does this. I don't like it. I don't use Deadly Boss Mods for PvP. Okay, Deadly Boss Mods PvP doesn't do anything for me. There's nothing it does that my other add-ons don't do. So I do not use Deadly Boss Mods PvP. So that's just my preference. It does bring up the bars for AV, but capping does it better. The other one that does it is Sspvp. I think I don't use this one anymore. Sspvp does a lot of different options for PvP, but again, I think that I don't have it activated. I think that all the things I need to do are already done without it. But Sspvp is an option for you, but it will create the Alteric Valley bars along with capping, and so will Deadly Boss Mods. And you don't need 3 of them on your screen, so just be aware those are the 3 that create the timers. Alright, let's see. We've got a couple other add-ons that are good. Let's see, for Honor Tracker, there's HP Counter. HK Counter. And this is going to be when you go to Honor. Honor. There it is. Honor Kills Counter. Okay, HK Counter. Honor Kills Counter. Let's see. We just killed someone, so it should be working. BG Statistics, kills. You killed 1 person today. I didn't really kill anyone today. I just haven't been playing today. Just logged on. And just give you some information. I don't have very good information. I just installed this. This is why it's empty. It wasn't working for me before. Make sure you get the newest version. I had the older version and it wasn't working. And there it is. Pretty good. It gives you a lot of good information. There's some other good ones. There's Honor Tracker. You might want to use Honor Tracker to track your honor. For Honor is a good one. Honor Assist is a good one. And there's this new one called PvP Tracker. Does this even work? I was going to try this out. I don't think it actually even works. So, nah, just forget that one. Okay, so, and then Honor Spy is the one everyone uses to look at everyone else's honor. And it's, it's not super important, but you may want to use Honor Spy to tell how much honor people have. Let's see if I have it installed. I don't even know if it's on right now. I have not been doing PvP since I hit rank 12. No, I don't even have it. So, that's it for the honor trackers. There is one that I've been using. I'm not really sure what the best add-on for tracking honor is. It probably doesn't matter as long as you use the same one, because you're really just trying to compare your own honor farming to yourself. So as long as you keep using the same honor farmer, that's fine. What I usually use is farmlog, and I don't think it's accurate. Let's see, where's farmlog? I don't think it's actually accurate. Farmlog is this thing right here. This is the little button. And so what I'll do is I'll go to PvP, I'll clear it for the day, and then I'll use this thing called HUD. That's this little thing right here. And then we'll make sure we're on PvP. And this is going to track my honor per hour, my honor. Again, it tells you yesterday and this week. And then you can just close this. And now there it is. And it's on right now, so it's ticking. And here's the button on your minimap, and you can right-click it to pause it. Click it again to not pause it. And then bring up the main menu again. So that's what I use. So I'll turn that on, and then I'll go kill someone. And
mage.
This little mage is still here, but running away from me. And then it will keep track of my honor. Now, I don't think this honor, I think the problem with this farm honor or farm log is, it doesn't use diminishing returns properly. You want to make sure you get an add-on that uses diminishing returns properly. For PvP, oh, there's someone. Oh, he's a really good player too. Let's find out what we got here. Oh shit. I'm probably gonna die to this guy. Let's see what we can do here.
Finish him.
Just dot him up and run away.
Finish him.
And does he have a soul stone? No, no soul stone. I don't know why he was on my kill on list. Oh shit! I just life tapped to a way that I was gonna die. I had a pot. Oh, that was really stupid. Okay, but anyway, there was a killing a warlock thing. You seduce him, banish his pet, get max range, dot him, and run away so you get more spells on him than he gets on you. Let your dots tick, and then when I got my Nightfall proc, moved back up to him, hit him with Nightfall and my Shadow Burn. And I used my Death Coil a little early. Usually I like to let them use Death Coil first. It's more fun for me to let the other player think they're gonna win and then destroy them. That's just how I like to play usually. But this guy, I'm just not taking any chances with him. So the good thing is he used his Death Coil, so now when he comes back, we both used our Death Coil. So and mine will come up before his. So that's really good. Well, there you got some PvP going on here. This add-on right here is called Spy, by the way, if you don't know. Spy, it's really good. I like this, oops, clear. I like to set mine up. Where's the options with it? Spy, spy, spy. I like to set mine up like this. So it just plays for 5 minutes. The default's like 1 minute. And other than that, it's pretty basic. You know, you can change this to whatever you want. Let's make it darker for real. Trying to make my setup a little darker than it used to be. I probably shouldn't have cleared it, because if it's not cleared, I can just click on it and as soon as he spawns, I can seduce him. So, anyway, so there you go. You got the honor per hour show up. I got 289 honor from him. What I like to do also in PvP is set up a chat window that shows your honor. I don't know if I have one right now. Yeah, it's probably right here. Let's see. L. So here it shows right here. Expired, dies, honorable kill, estimated honor points 289. DR 289. So what I was talking about a minute ago with the honor farm farm log. Farm log does not track diminishing returns properly, and a lot of add-ons don't. A lot of these add-ons are not doing it correctly because they changed the rules. So diminishing returns used to be every 25%. So if I kill this guy a second time, it used to be that I would get 25% less honor, but now it's 10%. This actually is awesome for PvP. It means that you don't get diminishing returns as fast. And when you're in the world doing world kills like right now, I can farm this guy and kill him 5 times and still get tons of honor from him because he's worth 300. And every time it only goes down 10%. So if you're farming, if you're camping like 3 people at once, let's say I'm camping him, and I'm camping someone over there, and someone over there, and I just keep killing them one after another, I can actually farm quite a good amount of honor out in the open world. It's even better the closer I am to the graveyard, because of course you gotta wait for them to run from the graveyard. Now he knows I'm camping him, and I don't know what's gonna happen, and I'm not really worried about it. He's a soul link, which means he's gonna summon his pet right away. So we'll see what happens. Soul Link spec is pretty good, but you know the thing that you have on Soul Link spec, I don't think any of them, maybe a lot of Soul Link specs do not have range. They don't have Grim Reach, or at least they don't have Destructive Reach. They can't have both, okay? So, in fact, I don't know if they can have either one now that I think about it. I think you could have one, but just stay max range, man. They can't reach as far as you, and that's why I don't really like Soul Link specs, because you can't reach as far, and reach is so important in PvP, so important. So, we could kill this guy, but we'll let him go. Alright, so let's get back to what we were talking about, which is the add-ons. I'm going to just go down. I think I covered most of the basic add-ons, so now I'm just going to go down my list and see what I missed. So we're going to go to interface options. We'll look at the ones that you can actually customize. These are the ones that have more configuration. I already talked about advanced. Basic chat mods is another add-on that lets you change chats, like chatter, basic chat mods. Battle info. This is a PvP add-on, battle info. This is a great one. I'm not in a battleground right now, but you should be using battle info. Okay, battle info is great for battlegrounds. This is the add-on that lets you tell people who's on the enemy team and tell if it's a premade or not. So what happens is it lets you move the score. So that's really good for me because I like to have my nameplate at the top middle, and that's where the score usually is. So it lets me move it by holding, I think, Control or Control or Alt and you click on the number and you can drag it and move it. So I have mine over here on my screen. And what we do is, oh, come here, pet, is we can then click, I think it's an Alt left click on the number, and it will tell your group who the enemy team is. It'll tell you, oh, the enemy team's a pre-made. It'll tell you how many priests is on the other enemy team. It's a really good thing to have, and it also tells you the score, lets you move the score. It also gives you a timer for the Spirit Reser, which is really good because you want to time your deaths. If you can die right before the Spirit Reser, you want to die sometimes when you're on defense, because then you can res again. It's great for PvP. Let's keep moving down the list. I already talked about Chatter. Classic Lucid, I'm not sure what that is. Not sure what that is. Details, I use it just for, I already talked about details. I use it for Dark Meter. Okay, Killshot is a sound add-on. I love my sound add-on. So if you watch my videos, you see a lot of sounds. Killshot is one of them. DG Killshot. Diminishing options. This is diminishing returns add-on. I'm not even sure I really use it. It's not as important in Classic. In Arena, it's going to be important. But in Classic, people die so fast, you don't even have diminishing returns. I don't know if anyone noticed that, but sometimes you want diminishing returns. I think I do have some icons show up for my diminishing returns, or it's disabled right now, but you can get diminishing returns add-on. I think it's called diminishing or diminished returns. There is one for Classic. It does work. Error filter, already talked about that. Farm log, just talked about farm log. That's what I use. You can also use farm log if you're just farming. Like if I'm farming these essences of air, it'll keep track of how many I got and how many kills I got in so much time. Friends note, we talked about that. Gather mate, talked about that. Godlike is another sound add-on. Really good sound add-on, Godlike. So Killshot and Godlike. Get the fuck out, I already talked about that. That just makes sounds when you're like standing in shit that you shouldn't stand in. Okay, Handy Notes is a great one. Handy Notes is what lets you place like these little X's. Edit Handy Note, you can put whatever you want. Hi. And okay, now you come over here and it says hi. So you can put notes all over your screen. You know, I like, so these X's are for Black Lotuses. And you know, here's the entrance to the bug cave I put here, you know. Entrance to the bug cave. So you can put your notes wherever you want, all over. And it kind of works with GatherMate too. I'm not sure if one's required for the other, but that's a good one, Handy Notes. HPH is honor per hour. This is just a basic honor per hour calculator. Let's see, how do we show it? Window, show. There it is, right here on the right side. Just tracks your honor per hour. And if you're farming honor, it's nice to just have that and just put it in the bottom right corner here. But I'm not doing that today, just messing around. So that's a good one. Honor per hour, HPH. In flight, it's just, I think we talked about this. This is just flight path times. Helps you know how long you can go AFK for. So you're flying really far from Menthol Harbor all the way to Silithus, and we know it's 5 minutes and 14 seconds because of the flight path. Killshot is another sound add-on. Godlike, Killshot. Yeah, lots of good sound add-ons. I love these sound add-ons. Sound is fun. Kill Them All is, you might have heard it earlier, it's like the spooky voice. Right now it's Seathun, which is cool because this is AQ, right? And
death is close.
There you go. So it's just a cool thing to make the game more spooky, and I like it. It's fun. Kill track list. I don't know, kill track. Oh, keep track of how many times you kill stuff. It's kind of cool. And when you actually hit like milestones, like if I get to the 1,000 Deathstormers, it's gonna make a thing in my screen. It's gonna say you've killed 1,000 Deathstormers. It's kind of cool just to keep track of how many things you've actually killed. I don't know. It's you know, it's just a data add-on. You know, it's kind of cool because in Classic we don't have achievements and we don't have the statistics that you have in retail. So I like kill chat. KUA nameplates, we already talked about that. That's the nameplates add-on. Atrix Maps talked about this. Loose Control is a really good one. So Loose Control is going to put a thing on your screen when you don't have control of your character. It's kind of like a weak Aurora, but it's built on its own. Oh, I'm not even using it right now, apparently. I don't need it because I have my weak Aurora set up. And we didn't even talk about weak Auroras. We'll get that in a second. But Loose Control, you can just use that instead of weak Auroras if you don't have a weak Aurora set up for when you're loose control. It's like when you're stunned or when you're feared, it'll put something right on your screen. Let's see if we can test it here. I unlocked it, but I don't see it on my screen. I'm not sure where it is, so I'm not actually enabling it right now because I use weak Auroras, but that's a good one. Loose Control, you should probably use that. This guy still hasn't res, isn't that funny? Luna, talked about that. Macro Toolkit. Okay, I think this is what makes my macros look really cool. Go to macro. No, it doesn't. There's another add-on for macros. I'm not using it right now, and it will actually like change all these colors to like coding colors. I don't know if you've ever done coding, but sometimes you know there's different colors. Like U's will be orange and this will be blue. I'm not using that right now, so I don't know why I'm talking about it. Toolkit. Here's the toolkit. Oh, this is it. Check it out. There's the blue. It is this macro toolkit. Perfect. See? Isn't that cool? And it's kind of small because my interface is small. You have to make this bigger. You know, just go to move anything, find where it says macros, and make it bigger. I haven't done that yet. So Macro Toolkit does let you do that. It makes it easier for editing your macros. It makes you find your errors a lot better. Let's go with change icon. See how I have these big icons, like lots of them, and normally you only have like 9 of them? Well, that is this other add-on that I have. Macro, well, it's not here, but it's something to do with the macros. Let's find out. Let's find it while we're talking about macros. I like to talk about everything that goes together. So Macro Toolkit is what we just talked about, the Macro Toolkit. There's another larger macro selection. Larger macro icon selection that is going to let you see more icons when you're selecting. It's not giving you more icons, it's just letting you see more at a time. Now, Classic is pretty restricted on how many icons or what type of icons you can use, unfortunately. Alrighty, let's go down the list. We're almost getting down here. I already talked about message classifier. This is an inspection add-on, mirror inspect. There's actually a better one. I don't think I have it on right now. So for inspecting, right here. That's not it, but this is similar. Monca's equipment compare. That's a good one for comparing your equipment. And there's an inspection add-on for inspecting people. That's really good. And I'm not sure where it is. I think I might have it disabled, but if you like to inspect people, maybe you're seeing it here. I'm not seeing it. There's a... I'm going to find it in a minute. No, we'll find it later. Don't worry about that, but inspecting people is not very important anyway. Okay, this is really important. Milk scrolling battle combat text. This is what causes all my milk scrolling battle combat text. This is what's causing all the sound effects. So if you notice, I have a lot of different sound effects. So if I get crit, it makes a sound from a special ability. If I get crit by a mob, it makes a sound. If I miss, it makes a sound. Oh, there you go. You heard that one? Because I missed. If I get crit, let's just let him get a beat on me. Also, see this scrolling combat text? That's what this is. That's what this is. Milk scrolling combat text. And I set it up how I want. You can change it however you want. Come on, crit me, man. Here, I'll sit down so you crits me. See that sound? Boom! I added that. I set that up myself. So you can add sound effects to events, and you can also change, you know, how it scrolls, what scrolls, and that's really cool. I think this is a great add-on. Milk scrolling battle text. Definitely recommend that one. And while we're at it, talking about some of the really cool add-ons that have a lot of customization, let's talk about weak auras. Now I have weak auras set up like a madman, so it looks a little crazy here. You can download these weak auras from websites that people have already created them, or you can learn to make them yourself. And you know what I really like to use weak auras for is when you're playing a new character and you're learning how to play the character and you don't really know what you're doing, you can set up things to remind you what to do. And then once you figure it out, you don't need it anymore. I have this one set up so I know when my pet's banished. You know, I have this one to remind me to cast fear when I'm within range and in combat with someone, because sometimes you don't fear enough. This one tells me when I have dots on me. It tells me, hey, don't bandage, you got dots on you, you know. Very, very important for my rogue. It was originally for my rogue. You know, don't try to go stealth when you have a freaking dot on you. Don't vanish when you have a dot on you. It's gonna waste your vanish. This one's simple. You know, you don't have demon skin on. Put demon skin on, man. Look, watch. Don't have demon skin. Put it on. Okay, yeah. Don't forget demon skin. That's a good one. I have one similar for brilliant oil, wizard oil. It only works when I'm in a raid, but don't have wizard oil on. Put that shit on. So you know, it's like reminder things. It can also make sounds. If I don't have my herbs on, it reminds me to turn on find herbs. There's a lot of good ones, and anything you see on my screen that's flashing or making sound, if I don't, you know, my soulstone's ready, it's going to do that. It's going to start blink. It's going to start making a little flashing around it, glowing light. So I have all these set up my own way. You can set yours up however you want. When I have buffs, it shows me my buffs. So here's my buff. There you go. See, I use my amplify curse. Puts that. There's my buff. You know, just different things. So it's pretty cool. This guy must have res when I wasn't paying attention, or he went to the graveyard. I don't know. So that's cool. So weak auras is really, really good. There's some good ones I use for PvE also. I use this one so I know when a warrior has berserker rage, so I know I can't fear him. That helps. Because mostly it's great because as soon as it falls off, you know you can fear them. You know, if you can fear a warrior, man, you're gonna beat them easy. Shadow Trans, and some cool stuff, man. If I'm stunned or somebody I'm targeting is stunned, really important for PvP. So let's just say I feared someone. You need to see that fear on them, and as soon as the fear is almost up, then you need to seduce them, or then someone needs to polymorph them. So this is really important for Arena, but it also matters in Battlegrounds. Like the good PvPers can see and know when other players are crowd controlled, and they can follow up, you could follow up a Cyclone with a fear, follow up a fear with a Cyclone. You know, you need to time that right, and the best way to do that is notifications of some sort, and you can set that all up in weaker auras. All right, man. So we are long videos, so we're gonna try to wrap this up. Quartz is my casting bar add-on. Watch my cast bar. Watch it. Here we go. That right here. I use Quartz. Quartz is the best casting bar add-on. Use Quartz, everybody. Quartz. You can unlock it. You can have one for your pet, one for your target. You can make it big, small, whatever you want. Lots of stuff. Very good. Very good. Also shows the global. So you have a global cooldown, 1.5 seconds. Watch right here. Yep, global cooldown. Okay. Very, very good. Okay. That was not on me. I thought he was on me for some reason. No, he's gonna be on me now. And that's just how it is, guys. Let's just kill these mobs and then we'll go back down the list. Oh, he's running away from me. Alright, interface. And Zandalar will drop in 30 seconds. That is Nova world buffs, by the way. You probably already know about that one. Nova world buffs. Lets you know when the world buffs are coming down. Sexy map, talked about that already. Smart quest, this is for questing. You don't really need it otherwise. Also for questing, I like to use Monkey Quest. Best questing add-on. Not sure if I'm using it right now. I don't think I have it enabled. Monkey Quest is great for leveling. Best add-on for leveling, for seeing your quest. Soul Sort is great for Warlocks only. There's also another one called Necrosis. Both of them are great. Necrosis has some really cool sound effects, like when you get a Nightfall. Soul Sort, if you don't want Necrosis, will move your soul shards to the bag you want. It will cause it, if you only want to have 2 soul shards ever, like when you're leveling maybe, it'll delete all the extra soul shards, things like that. So those are good for Warlocks. Spy, we talked about. Talented. Talented is the add-on that Talented shows all 3 of your trees at once, and it lets you apply templates and create templates. You can look at the priest spells and fuck with them while you're playing. You can name it something, you know, best priest.
Finish him. Death is close.
First, we'll start with a little fire. Am I bugging you? I'm not touching you. Am I bugging you? I'm not touching you. There. Now you're hot and bothered.
Finish him. Critical damage.
Really, never felt so good.
Finish him.